It's interesting that you mention ads that we would come back to. I personally find myself coming back to this ad quite often,
Oh god.
but not for all the best reasons. Now, obviously, for the viewers at home, I gotta preface. This ad was made for the Super Bowl. With that being
Oh.
said, still. I did a whole project for one class on this ad because of how. Well, we're about to see.
Squarespace is a website that makes websites. Squarespace is a website that makes websites? Meaning, it could create itself. Websites, making websites. Websites, making websites. Very good, Adam. I'm Adam. We're in a closed loop of creation. It's the singularity. You did it, Adam Driver.
You did it, Adam Driver!
Whoa. So.
I don't know.
What do we think?
This is a bit unfair for comparison, as you say. Yeah. Got a whole celebrity in here. Yeah. It kind of had like a dystopian type of feel to it. Like, you know what I mean? Like when ad like kind of makes you like question aspects of life a little bit.
Mm.
That's the type of feel I got from it, just because of the way they set it up and how the script was, and like cinematically how it was set up.
Yep.
If you okay, so Adam Driver, like in pop culture, like as somebody who's like in their 20s, like, oh, I'm like Adam Driver, of course I'm gonna be excited. I'm gonna be like, I love this ad, and it's gonna be iconic in my mind. Also, kind of using him kind of as a metaphor in a sense, or like a visual representation of the websites, like the websites making websites part. That was smart. That's very smart. And he's also known to be tied to like sci-fi kind of movies as well. So I could see why they chose him as well. So yeah, I think as a standalone ad, it does pretty well. I think I could see why they also brought in a celebrity specifically because it's like Super Bowl, so you need that pizzazz, wow factor. It's not, you can't just bring in your regular schmegulars, you know what I mean? Like, and if you do, the script has to be really well done if you don't have like a celebrity and it's like a Super Bowl ad, because people are expecting their favorite celebrities in like Super Bowl ads. Like for example, like Fenty, they brought in Rihanna, or like there's so many times that like Katy Perry, Doja Cat, or like other people have been brought in for like Pepsi ads as well. So they're expecting somebody like some type of celebrity or somebody who's well known to pop culture to come in. So I can see why he was used. I just think they could have done a better job of like explaining Squarespace. Like, okay, websites making websites. That's the only message that I literally remember from that whole ad. That's it. Websites making websites. That's
Yeah.
it. So I don't really get like why specifically as a consumer I should use, Squarespace. In my mind, it's now just an option among the many options of like what I could use to make a website. Like at least when I go on Google and I need a website and I'm searching up like what platforms are available, I'll see Squarespace and I'll remember this ad maybe. So I can see in that sense, but I don't know specifically why I should click on Squarespace on my, Google page instead of like other competitors.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a very good analysis. Yeah, like Squarespace can make itself. Like, okay, well, I don't want to make Squarespace. I want to make my own website.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a big thing that I wrote about inside of my paper. I was like they don't really talk about the consumer. They kind of just talk about themselves.
Yeah.
Um, so it's yeah, the visuals are fantastic. The music is fantastic. Yeah, it's just it's really just about them though. And
Yeah.
one thing that I felt was especially with like Super Bowl ads, is that everybody wants to make the new meme. Um,
Mhm.
some companies, they're able to do it very, very naturally. And like it just happens to be like a meme, and like you watch it, it's like, oh my goodness, that was hilarious, right? And some companies, like, they pay a lot of money to make a meme, not an ad. I remember I don't know if it was the same year as the Squarespace ad. I think Doritos did one with the Breaking Bad crew. That was terrible. It literally just wasn't that good of an ad. Like, they just, every single character just said a meme that their character was best known for. It was super cheesy. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like you
So,
need to know how to use the people that you bring into these ads. You can't just bring in like star power, somebody who's like really well known in pop culture, and expect the ad to just, carry itself because these people are aligned with it, or they're in it. You know what I mean?
yeah, very well said. I couldn't say it better myself. Nice. Well, how are you rating that?
Um, I just think I can't take away that it was like it seems very well planned, well thought out, and well executed. Like I could tell, like maybe if the script was like better in terms of like how they're explaining it, it could have been like done very well in terms of like conveying the message that I think they wanted to. The only message, like as I said before, that I really got was your website makes a website.
Yeah.
And then they multiply and you can make multiple and blah blah blah. Like I don't need to know that information, so I think they could have understood better how to use Adam Driver better to explain it, because he was just kind of, I feel like he was more used as like star power in this sense. So I would have loved to see like what kind of, for example, like what kind of website would Adam Driver use, like an actual tutorial of him making a website and what he loves about Squarespace. Like that might have been more useful in a sense. Yeah, but it was well made, so I think a 6. I feel bad about doing that just because it was cinematically it was beautiful, but like it's just like I'm not gonna remember the ad for what it should be remembered for.
Yep. Nice. See me, I'm not as nice as Nikki. I'm giving that a 3. That was not a good ad, in my humble opinion. I think an ad should do. There are a couple things that an ad should do, or could do. It could either promote a product, a service, or highlight a problem. And I think the last thing it should do is promote the company, just like for a company's sake, right? I don't think customers don't really care who the company is, as long as their solution is solved. I mean, their problem is solved, right? So just talking about your brand. What?
There's some companies who get away with it.
You can get away with it, but chances are you're put in that position not because you did that your whole company's life, right? You kind of earn the right to be able to talk about yourself.
Yeah.
Like Nike could just make an ad being like, Nike is a running shoe, and then like it's just Nike logos all over the place. Right? Like,
and then some athletes.
yeah, every athlete, Nike's the best. Nike's the best. I love Nike so much, right? But they don't, because they know, like, yeah, we've earned the right, but why would we do that? You know what I mean? All their time is spent on, you can do it, you're the best, feel the best, perform the best in our stuff, right? So like when I see an ad that's like, Squarespace, we are Squarespace, look at us, it's like, okay, fantastic.
Yeah, they haven't earned it yet. Like,
You haven't earned it. You haven't earned it.
Like, you haven't like broken to the market of all the audience that you wanted to yet. Like all the people are probably using, like, I feel like it's more popular for people to use like Canva nowadays. Like I've seen a lot of people on TikTok, like
Yeah.
Gen Z guys,
Canva's
gotten
going
to.
crazy.
Yeah, because you can make websites on Canva now. So it's like, what's different about Squarespace? And you're being lost in the sauce of like all these other competitors too, because it's not just you.
It's not just
there's
you.
other
Bro.
people too.
Other people are a website that can make websites. So
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, Squarespace. Man.
Literally.
If you hire me, I could fix your. I'm just saying. I could.
I mean,
could...
you rated them a 3, so do they want to hire you?
Well, would you want to hire someone who rates you a 10? What are you about to do? Like...
You're right. But you can give them like a little like 5.
No, bro, make better ads. Yeah.
Like, I just feel like it's so unfair to give them a 3 because it was just cinematically beautiful.
Yeah,
like,
but if I hire like one of the best they had a budget for this. They brought in an award-winning director, if I remember correctly. They brought in like an award-winning orchestra. They brought in Adam Driver. It's like, yeah, you're gonna have a visually aesthetic ad, but will it be good? So, 3. 3. Anyways.